Hey Reread Books, it's time for the July reads. We are pretty much halfway through summer, so sad. I've been getting up at 5:30 for my new job, and I will tell you, it's getting darker and it's getting harder to get up, so that's a thing. So for July, I read 3 books that are kind of like one thing, but I listed them as 3 because they're really long books and they're a bit harder to get through. So I read Dante Alighieri's The Divine Comedy. So I read Inferno, I read Purgatorio, and I read Paradiso. I really liked Inferno. I think it was pretty good. I think Inferno and Purgatorio both got 3 stars just because, I mean, I'm not gonna give a book like that 5 stars. It's just, they might be good and classic, but it's like, I can't, oh my god, so hard. But those were pretty interesting, and then Paradiso got 2 stars because I couldn't listen to Dante talk about how he was speechless all the time from the beauty that he, like every single chapter, like the beginning of each canto, I guess you would call it, he was speechless by something he saw, some beauty. Like, oh, I was in awe, I couldn't speak. It's like, oh my god, Dante, it's just Paradiso, relax, dude. So I finished those 3 books, and then in my series to finish the President's books, I finished Andrew Jackson. I read American Lion, Andrew Jackson in the White House by John Meacham. It was pretty good. Andrew Jackson is an interesting one for me. When I was in 5th grade, he was my favorite president because I'd heard the story where he had like punched out the guy that tried to assassinate him, and I thought that was like the coolest president story. So when people would say, who's your favorite president? I would say, oh, Andrew Jackson. But no, it's very interesting. He has elements that I really like, and then he has elements that are so Donald Trump, it's scary. And at the time when he was president, everybody thought that he was pretty much Donald Trump too. He was gonna like ruin the country, and he had all these great ideas. He was the first president really that came in not properly educated, so people thought like, oh, an idiot's in the White House, and he had a lot of like overreaching power, and he changed a lot of things. It's hard to say if they were for the better or not, but at the time it probably felt insane. Like, this guy's gonna ruin everything we've worked towards, and we're only 7 presidents in. So it was a really interesting read and kind of paralleling today's society. Super strange, but really good. And then I finished book 4 of I finished book 4 of Throne of Glass. The book's called Queen of Shadows by Sarah J. Maas. I'm excited to get into book 5. I thought it was the best book so far. Really intensely intense, very interesting, a lot going on now, so I'm very excited. I'd like to apologize. I think when I first talked about this book, when I read the first book, I thought it was YA. It's not. I'm so stupid. Just because she was like younger, and it seemed like a really obvious storyline of like, oh, the prince and then the Kingsguard, who is she gonna choose? But it has evolved into so much more than that. She's a woman with multiple love interests, and she can change her mind, and the first boy she meets she doesn't have to marry, and she's really kick-ass strong, and she's got magical powers, and she's a queen, and she's, oh my god, I love it so much. It's like one of the best series I've read in a long time. I would definitely more classify it as high fantasy, not YA at all, so my apologies. That was just from a first impression from the first book. When I first read it, I didn't even know there was multiple books, so I was like, this YA book, my bad. And then I finished Martin Van Buren's biography. There's only one that I could find by Ted Widmer. It's okay. It was okay. I don't know. Martin Van Buren's an interesting man, but the biography was poorly executed. And the last book I read was A Thousand Boy Kisses by Tilly Cole. So that's what I read in July. I'm excited to tell you about what I'm reading in August once I figure out what that's going to be. I'm still not sure. So I hope everybody's having a good summer. I'll see you guys in September when it's officially almost fall. Ugh. Bye!